to the first episode of The Witching Hour. I'm your host, Angelyna Simons, also president of the Film Coven.
I'm Kiana. I'm the social media manager.
I'm Bruno, co-vice president.
And I'm Weston Mcclelland. I'm also co-vice president.
Alright. So we decided to make this podcast to provide our listeners with a space to get to know the Film Coven crew better and the kind of content that we produce to give a home to. Film Coven is a club at St. Lucia's City University. We are a platform that houses content created by our members. This content includes but is not limited to films, skits, gaming, esports, sports, pop culture, podcasts, much like this one, and any content that we or friends of the club are working on. So, I just want to know how y'all's semester has been going.
Chaotic now. It's like after, for like a good month, I was at ease, but now all the assignments are just due on the same day.
I haven't had a break since day one. Most of my time goes to Film Coven, so I'm like doing a lot with that. And then working on a film project outside of class for Film Coven. So we're actually filming next week. So Monday, Tuesday, I'll be filming till like 10 p.m. So it's gonna be like 12-hour, 14-hour days for me. But yeah, I'm enjoying it though for the most part. It's like a lot of fun.
Yeah, this semester's been like a roller coaster because I had like a really easy beginning and then like a random like crackhead week of like 4 exams, and then I'll have like a bunch of like after school rehearsals for like choir and stuff. And then there's this like film coven thing I'm a part of. I don't know, but yeah, I've been like looking forward to finally recording these podcasts for real now because behind the scenes talk. We've been doing a bunch of test podcasts and stuff like that. Lots of trial and error, and it's so nice to finally actually be doing this podcast.
I haven't been doing much except for Film Coven stuff.
You know.
Yeah, really just doing a bunch of planning, a lot of emails, class stuff, not really much. Yeah, I think the most I've done for a class has been making a poster for an online thing.
Yeah.
Classes this semester for me is also easy. My most time consuming would probably be cinematography, but it's within the 3-hour class. So like outside of it, I'm not really like doing much. My script writing classes are a little bit tedious from time to time. Whenever it comes to like actually writing a script, because then I gotta sit there and I struggle writing, so I'll sit there for like a good 4 hours writing what someone could write in 30 minutes. I'm just not really good at like writing. I can't just sit still for that long.
Yeah, I had script writing last semester, and I think I might have made my professor mad. I decided it was like a few days before the final project was due, where you have to make this whole big script and stuff like that. I decided to completely change what my script was about and make a brand new script, and then I resubmitted a new script and the project all on the same night, and then I left it alone. I got good grades, but I saw there's like 80 comments, and I'm like, we'll leave that alone for later. And then, yeah.
So what did you have for script writing?
I can't remember. It was like only like 2 script writing professors, I think, and I got one of them, and I made one of them mad. So hopefully he doesn't remember me. It's Bill? Oh no, I have not actually like formally met Bill. I don't think yet. This is my first semester with like Leanne, I guess, but I've actually not actually met Bill yet. So please don't let that be my first ever impression. Like new script. Leave it.
Yeah, but he's a really good script writer. So.
No, he's very passionate about that too. I enjoy his class for the most part. A little intimidating, but we need a little bit of intimidation here and now, right?
Yeah.
He's a good professor that can really help you really figure out things and not have to be too nervous about it.
Yeah.
You kind of figure out what's happening.
Yeah, I feel like you have to like each professor here in the mass comm stuff, you have to each find like their own language. Like Wojtek, you have to talk to Wojtek completely differently compared to Leanne and like Bolden. Like all of them are like completely different people.
You're gonna put them in our secrets now.
Oh, don't watch this podcast. If you skip to this number, you'll miss nothing. Yeah, I definitely feel like each professor you have to talk to differently, and and you learn from them differently too. Like Wojtek is so much hands-on, but then like Leanne is like different in different ways. Like you know what I'm talking about?
And they have their own like specific like what's it called? Like they're all like film teachers, right? But they have their specifics where they're really good at this.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, you can take this one class, we'll say studio production, with one professor, but that professor is better at teaching editing versus this professor is better. Yeah, they have a specialty. Yeah. That's the word I was looking for. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, because Leanne's really good at, because we're both taking her multi-cam class, but Leanne's great at teaching this environment without making it seem like it's crazy. Because you walk in here and it's like,
it's different every time.
It is also different every time. We literally, another behind the scenes sneak peek, we literally spent like an hour or two.
Just figuring out.
Lights don't work today.
These are just lights I had in my car coincidentally, and thankfully we have them so we get to record today. Also going back to Leanne. Leanne, actually, one time I was like starving on a day like I didn't eat, and I saw her in an elevator, and she like gave me a slice of pizza.
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't even ask, and I was like, "You are so like you're God. You're literally so nice."
Yeah, that's a real one right there.
Yeah, even had jalapenos and I love jalapenos.
Damn, crazy. I wouldn't, but like.
I don't. Should we get
pizza? Okay, it's better than pineapples on pizza.
Okay, whoa.
I mean, I just don't like jalapenos in general.
I don't know about chicken.
Are we getting into our first food thing?
I don't think it'd be that different.
Oh, and spinach.
Spinach pizza is hard.
Spinach pizza is good. Yeah.
Oh no, I enjoy that for sure. I like I like, what's it called? You know, y'all have gone to CC's, right? I'm sure. Yeah. Their what's it called? Their Alfredo pizza is what I like the most.
Oh yeah, they go.
Yeah, I don't really get Alfredo. I switched to Alfredo a while ago. I always get Alfredo. Wherever I order, I'll get Alfredo sauce instead of regular sauce. It just slaps so much harder.
It really does.
It's
it really
good.
does. Yeah. I would say.
I can't do CC's. Every time, so I grew up playing softball, and anytime I would play with
Oh, yeah.
we'd always go to CC's, and I'm not sure what it was. I think I may have gotten food poisoning one time.
Oh,
no.
And ever since then, I just have not been to CC's.
You know what? That's valid. That's valid.
See, I have the same issue with Papa John's. Like, every time I go to Papa John's, there's a, 100% chance I'm going to be throwing up that night. It's so weird. It's like, but, I remember I had the same experiences, Little League baseball. We'd all go to this place called Mazio's, and it's this pizza place, but I feel like that's a collective memory of anybody who was in sports when they were a kid, was going with your whole team to, a pizza place right after losing a game.
For me, I was in band, and we would have Chick-fil-A and Cane's all the time. Chick-fil-A more than Cane's, and for a while I just did not like Chick-fil-A. I was just like, I am fed up. I eat this every day, and not to mention it was cold and soggy with the pickle juice, and it wasn't good. You know, I want to say I took a year of abstinence of Chick-fil-A.
That sounds like a book title, Year of Abstinence from Chick-fil-A. Kiana, that's crazy.
I would say sophomore year was when I started eating Chick-fil-A again. It's just, it's right there, so it's I was I guess I'll eat it, and I'm just you know what, I actually kind of like it now. I'm not forced to eat it. Yeah, I have a choice.
Yeah, the one thing that got me through Thursday morning, which was our first show, was Chick-fil-A breakfast. I'm I get to, right after the show, even though I'm waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning right now, I get to go over to LOC and get some of those little chicken bites, which are just chicken nuggets with a little bit of bread.
Yeah.
Got me through.
Honestly, they're my favorite. That's another thing is the fact we would always get the chicken sandwiches. I didn't care for the sandwiches. I love their chicken nuggets. So that's what I always get.
Yeah.
They have on Valentine's with the chicken nuggets and the hot shake box.
They do, yeah.
I'm gonna get those for myself.
I didn't know they do that.
Those things are this big.
I didn't know they do that. That's crazy.
Wow. 2 chicken hearts? Man, you must have so many Valentines to give out. Yeah. So many.
I was going to talk about this, I were talking about this 4 or 5 months in advance.
Oh yeah, it's about to be October.
Yeah, tomorrow.
It's cuffing season.
Oh, we're behind then.
It's radio season. I don't know.
Oh. Whoa.
Oh, speaking of that, it's spooky season tomorrow.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Officially October 1st, and I'm actually really excited.
Spooking around.
I hope it just doesn't pass by so quick as all the other months have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna savor this month.
Seriously, I actually want to, I haven't felt the spirit of Halloween in a long time.
Yeah.
And just because we're growing up, and I think I'm actually going to decorate my place now.
Ooh.
Just, go ham. Because there's some decorations at HEB because I work at a discount.
Nice. You gotta use that discount.
Need some better one?
I can take some. What did you say?
I said, do you need some extra
Yeah.
Those aren't decorations, by the way. Those have just been here for months now. Nobody decided to clean them.
Yeah.
I know, but Skyler personally thinks Jerry.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
He's going to do
Yeah.
Back to the food thing, recently, have y'all had any really bad experiences with food?
Recently, no, but I have had a food poisoning incident many years before. Taco Bell. I don't go to Taco Bell anymore. I have gone a few times since then, but this is I had braces back then, so it was 5 years ago. But my family bought just Taco Bell, right? And they got their soft tacos. Usually I would just get their crunchy tacos. We would just get the party pack of the 12 crunchy tacos. But because I had braces, I started eating the soft tacos. And I don't know if it was the tortilla or if it was the meat, but I woke up at 4 a.m. throwing up. It was bad. I was asleep. When I finally went back to sleep, I was asleep for a good 10 hours of the day. I didn't wake up till 8 p.m. It screwed me over so
Jeez,
bad.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You ever eat spaghetti and
End of
and be bite into the meatball and you would choke me like a bone?
Yes, I have.
You have, right?
I've eaten a meatball and it's been a little bit of crunch.
Yeah, I should talk about it.
That's just unsettling to me.
I know.
After that, I just want
Your meatballs should not crunch.
No,
They should not crunch. Boneless. I want my meatballs. This might be a controversial take. I want my meatballs boneless. Yeah, can you have a bad food experience without ever actually eating the food? Because it was a couple weeks ago. It was National Hamburger Day, and if you saw on TikTok, it was oh, you can eat a 1-cent burger at Wendy's.
Yeah.
So, like any person would do, I decided to order McDonald's.
Okay.
And I never got it. I ordered it was a 5-cent burger, and then I ordered a 50 thing of nugs because you can't order a 5-cent burger without the charge being $40 for shipping for some reason or handling.
Okay.
And so I ordered it through that, but I used the same address that I normally do, and I tracked it, and it stopped in the middle of the Sam Houston the main street for Sam Houston. It stopped there, disappeared, and then I never got my sandwich.
Damn.
So
You just found a DoorDash driver.
Yeah, you do.
I think I did, yeah. They got 40 nugs and a mini junior sandwich. I tried to contact DoorDash because they don't give refunds through the app. They have to go through DoorDash, and they're you need your receipt. I'm but I never got a physical receipt. Well, if you don't have a physical receipt, we can't help you. And then I'm well.
We have. So I used to work at Chili's, and I worked in to-go, so we had a lot of problems with DoorDash. We had multiple incidences where they would steal it. They would come in, grab an order, and then they would take another one with them and leave. And so we would just have 4 of our DoorDashers coming in for an order that's already gone. It was just someone already picked it up. I don't know what to do, right? We got to the point that we had to move the rack where we put the to-go food behind the cash register. And then at some point they changed the rules where DoorDashers weren't going to come in. They were told to stay in their car and check in. So then we would have to come and take them out. But then half of them wouldn't check in, and so we got a lot of beef with DoorDash. There's so much beef with that.
The DoorDash beef chilies, it was crazy.
I'm not lying. It goes crazy. It seriously does. I remember one time we were really busy, and there was a lot of cars. I was giving orders out, trying to catch up in the kitchen. At some point, I see that there's been a car there for a really long time. So then I go out there. I'm they haven't checked in. I'm just like, okay, so what order is it? I don't have any orders ready. They've been out there for at least a good 15 minutes, hopefully 10, I don't know. And I go out there, and I asked them, I was like, what's your order? And it was like, this one. I was like, okay, give me 1 second. I go in, 5 minutes later, I bring it out. It was like, here's your order. I was like, all right, hey, cool. It only took like 20 minutes, and, you know, the customers are yelling at me, but thank you. I don't like DoorDash. More of the story. Yeah.
I mean, you brought the question upon Angie. Do you have any good, no bad, terrible food stories? Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Recently?
Yes.
Do tell,
Okay.
do tell.
Okay.
Like, last semester recently.
Okay.
So I had DoorDash Wingstop because I love chicken sandwich, but I don't want to pay a lot for a chicken sandwich. And they had the cheapest one. I was like, let me get this. And it gets there, and I don't know what to do because I always watch like movies or shows while eating, like an iPad kid. Yeah. And so I can't really see anything because it's like dark, and I just have like the TV light and like a little sad light. So I'm eating it, and it's weird texture. Don't like that. And I was like, oh, it's just a Wingstop sandwich. And so I take a couple more bites, so I'm like a little less than half of the sandwich is already like in my digestive system.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And then I was like, this is really rubbery. And so I like turn on the lamp. When I look at it, I see it like shine. I was like, oh no. Oh no. So I was like, oh no. And it was just straight up raw chicken. Like, it looked cooked on the outside.
Oh no.
And everything. And it was maybe like a couple centimeters of it were but it's just pure raw chicken.
That is so upsetting. Wow.
I put it on the review, and then I showed one of our friends Hannah, and she was like, why do you keep eating it? I was like, I didn't know.
Did you get sick?
No, I went to her house like right after.
That's so funny. You know, actually, that reminds me of another bad food experience story. This happened my freshman year, okay? So, it was me and my friends hanging out in my dorm room, and I can't remember if we DoorDashed Olive Garden or we picked it up, but bottom line, we got to-go food, and because one of my friends had like a gift card or something, and you know, we're eating it and everything's fine, but then we started eating the breadsticks. And the breadsticks started to taste off, but we were eating it with the Alfredo sauce. So it was like, is the Alfredo sauce weird? So then I tasted it, tasted okay. I had my friend taste it, it tasted okay. We ate the bread separate, tasted okay. And then we looked into the bag and saw that there was a couple that were molded.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We actually, what's it called? We actually called and sent a complaint. And then, what's it called? They offered us $25 gift card. So, I mean...
You can buy more breadsticks.
No, I guess so,
yeah.
I was like, yeah. So we went the next week.
Yeah, Olive Garden, that would have paid for, I think, the breadsticks. They're so expensive. The Olive Garden's gotten way more expensive than it used to be.
Yeah.
It's not as good as it used to be either. I used to love their, like, chicken Alfredo, and now I'm like...
I actually still like the chicken Alfredo. That's pretty much the only thing I like.
Yeah.
I'm just a sucker for chicken Alfredo, though. I just love chicken Alfredo. I think that's, like, my favorite food.
I think that should be the theme of the podcast, because we mentioned Alfredo an oddly large amount of times between all of us.
Yeah, I forgot to bring the Subway pizza.
Oh, yeah, we got to do that.
Yeah, that was a weird discussion we had where we found out there was Subway pizzas, which, I mean, they have a toaster oven, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little, like, single-serving pizza.
But I'd love to do a podcast where we have food on, but it's pizza, not from places that should do pizza, like Domino's or Papa John's or whatever. Places, McDonald's pizza. Like, I would want to do a McDonald's pizza episode with, like, a Subway pizza versus, like, a Quiznos. Actually, no, Quiznos does do good pizzas. But,
yeah.
Like, I don't know, like a Target pizza.
Target pizza.
Yeah. A Target branded pizza. Not some, like, California pizza stuff. No, a Target pizza.
Target pizza. Just like the logo and everything. Just use the pepperonis into the Target.
That'd be such good marketing, though.
It
Okay.
really would. Yeah.
Okay, well, enough of the Target pizza. And I want to talk about a new segment that we're going to be introducing. So I guess it's not really, it's new, but it's like new, because we're doing more. We're going to put this in this podcast. So if you guys like it, we'll turn it into its own. So, advice. I wanted to introduce a segment where we get to hear questions from our listeners and maybe help them out a bit. More specifically, if you're a college student and have any questions or need advice from a peer's perspective, or peers, it's about any situations or general campus stuff that you can email at filmcovenshsu@gmail.com. Again, that's filmcovenshsu@gmail.com. Or you can scan the QR code that will be somewhere. I'm going to cover my screen with it.
No, please, don't do that.
This is not in any way professional advice, and it's just our take on how we feel about your questions. So, I do have a couple questions for us to start off.
Yay.
Yeah,
Oh.
It's a fake book, everyone.
You didn't have to announce that. You just exposed her.
The book of spells.
Okay, so, question number 1. I know the semester is more than started already, but I was and am still having trouble meeting people and making friends. My roommate left after the first week, so I can't even try to hang out with him. Being a freshman is hard due to how intimidating living on my own is, and I'm scared that if I approach anyone without reason, it'll just come off as weird or creepy. How can I meet new people without it being weird? Anonymous 19.
Okay. Well, honestly, my first experience, like as a freshman here, I had a lot of random people come up to me, like at least once a day for like the first 2 weeks of school. And honestly, I don't think it's really weird to like go up to somebody. Like that's the best way to like interact. People who think that's weird is just, I don't know, they're weird, I guess, because how are you supposed to communicate if you don't communicate?
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of sucks that, you know, you can't really make friends with your roommates, though, because, like, that's how I got my friend group, was me and my roommates. We actually hit it off really well. However, you know, it's been a few years. Things change. I only talk to some of them every so often. But that's just another thing. Like, life goes on. The relationships, like, starts, but it doesn't always, like, continue.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of there for the moment.
Yep. Yeah, as someone who's maybe said 10 words total between 3 different roommates, I kind of have a little bit of experience with this. So, I think, I mean, when it comes to, like, meeting new people, go up and talk to them. Your classes are such a good way of introducing yourself. Good projects and stuff like that are always a really good catch when it comes to meeting new people. Speaking of meeting new people, whenever me and Angie first met, we met in a previous class, but we actually started talking and becoming friends in our cinematography class. The first thing she came up to me, I'm literally wearing it right now. I was wearing this lanyard that has a bunch of Ruby stuff on it. She's like, "Oh, that's Ruby." I'm like, "Yeah, it is." I'm like, "Wait, you're wearing a Ruby shirt?" And then everything went downhill from there. The vice president, I have no idea what happened. But it's just simple stuff like that where you can make that sort of immediate connection. And I wouldn't necessarily say that having super great relations with your roommate is always the best. I mean, a better option would be finding one of your friends and then rooming with them later. But, I mean, if you can't make friends with your roommate since they're gone, it's not the end of the world. I mean, I feel like I've never had a roommate before because my last 3 roommates are kind of just not in their dorm and never talk to me. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's like so many people. Like, it's a big world. There's tons of people everywhere. I'd say show up to a bunch of places. Whenever you consistently show up to these places, there's other people who do that too, and they'll notice and they'll want to come talk to you. So maybe they'll go ahead and take on that job of walking up and being like, "Hey, do you want to be friends?" So that way you don't have to worry about it as much. Mm-hmm. And you know, you can always join our club.
Yeah.
Plug.
But yeah, I definitely relate to the not being able to talk to your roommate, because during the pandemic, we just started it. Mm-hmm. I was actually on campus, and my roommate never showed up. So, you know, I at least have 3 other friends here. So
the spider.
I don't think that's your friend, I'm not gonna lie. Bro's looking at you funny, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
no, Joel has a stigma against you.
Because I bet his name.
Oh no.
Oh man.
But yeah, I would say that, you'll find your people.
Mhm.
Once you keep going through this.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of clubs. Freshman year, I joined a sports club. Actually, I was part of Quidditch. Didn't last long, honestly. I'm not meant for athletic stuff, I guess. But I met like a lot of cool people. That's technically where I met you. We didn't become friends until like probably like a year later. But you know, that's where you meet people. Is just like clubs and stuff, classes.
What are you thinking, Bruno?
Just communities and have patience. I think that's the most important thing is patience because you're not going to find the right people at the right time.
You gotta go with the flow.
Yeah. So have patience, go through the hard friendships, relationships, and just that's how you find your people because you're not going to find them like the first time, I promise you. I thought my roommate freshman year and sophomore year was like cool, and it's nothing he's not, but he's not my type of person, and we just obviously grew apart, and it's okay. So, yeah, just find your people. But now I feel comfortable with my community, so it just takes time. Just be patient. You'll find them.
Yeah, just let people flow in and out of your life because you can't really control people. So just they
Not
come.
like forcefully. You can control them if you really try.
Just add a dose of manipulation and a little bit of narcissism.
a little gaslight never hurt nobody.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
I actually, that's my favorite ice cream truck pop is the one.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Not the SpongeBob one?
What about Spider-Man?
Actually,
Not that one.
Spider-Man?
recently at my parents' house, there's been an ice cream truck that just like comes every Friday. And,
You come running out ready.
Holding up money in the air.
It's true. I was running after it. And so I'll be like,
Like a dead spread.
Like I'm 10 years old again.
like full on, like sprinting.
Just that like Tom Cruise sprint where your arms are just.
I live with cash. One time I had like only quarters, and it felt really bad.
Count them up.
Yeah.
One time I went to that restaurant where they're like elevators are purposely being used.
Oh, you've been there?
Yeah, I've been there. It's in San Antonio. I would say the name of it, but and like one time I went there for my birthday or something, and they like paid in gold coins.
Wow, really? Wow.
Really mean to me. I'm like, we need.
You know what?
I don't care.
That's actually happened to me once when I started with JCPenney, and it was right at the closing.
JCPenney?
Yes.
Someone paid with coins at JCPenney?
It was all dimes, $80 in dimes.
They could have done something.
$80 in dimes?
Wait.
Oh no.
Calculate that. Was it 800?
That's 800. Yeah, 800 dimes.
And we have to count it.
That's terrible.
And it was right when closing was happening. She was the last customer, and I was the only cashier at the time, and so I was kind of like, and then I was like, man, can you another time? And then she didn't speak English. And so I was just kind of like, okay. And so I sat there, and I was unrolling them, and my manager came by, and she looked, and she was like, just laughed and backed away. She was like,
Wow. She didn't even bother to help.
That's
Man.
I mean, yeah. And so I was like, I'm go home and eat. I'm not going to sleep.
That's your schedule time?
Yeah, it's right. Like, we have a couple customers at the end, the lights are all off, and we have to get them out here quickly. Because, like, we've been here, like, get review, and doors are locked. Nobody else can come in.
Yeah.
She's a very last customer in that line of people. And so I was kind of like, well, we've been waiting, so that's what I did.
What did you bring the coins in?
It was like a giant warm-up bag, and then like each of them were either in little Ziploc bags or like saran wrap.
I literally would have gone your phone and like put a mark on Coinstar somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
go there first.
Yeah.
She could have done something really funny because it was JCPenney, right?
Mm-hmm.
You pay with penny.
Wow.
Only pennies, then,
That would have been like 8,000 pennies
Yeah,
or something
it would've been,
insane.
okay, well, let's move on to the next question. So question number 2. This one's a little long. I live in an apartment and my neighbors are filthy. I wouldn't care since it's not my place and not my business, but it has gotten so bad that they started leaving an overfull trash bag in the hallway at least once a week. I only know they are filthy because I was coming back from my class as they were leaving and caught a glimpse of many piled trash bags stacked on top of each other near the front door. The cash smells bad, and I started seeing more roaches in my house as well. I'm scared that since I'm the door across from them, that these bugs will start invading my apartment. I even sometimes will take their hallway bags to the dumpster because of how annoying it gets. Since it hasn't gone into my apartment yet, I don't know if it would be a good idea to try plugging them first or going directly to the apartment staff about it. Female 22.
Oh, that's rough.
That sounds rough.
Yeah.
That sounds disgusting as hell.
I don't know. I mean, I guess you could talk to your neighbors, but it seems like you don't clear enough to the point where you allow that mess to happen. So, I mean, what I would do is just go to the front office and see if they can do anything about it. Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's a good state of living for any apartment or community.
No.
There's got to be some guidelines. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, they have apartment complexes in college ones here. So.
Yeah, I mean, apartments are a lot more loose too, with like compared to like dorms and stuff. Because if you did that at dorms, like that wouldn't be allowed, you know.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm actually surprised. Like, I kind of feel like very relatable. Well, not relatable like in the sense that I've done that before, but like I would do the same thing of like taking the trash out myself, because like I just can't sit there and just watch that. Like something's got to happen. But definitely got to talk to somebody about it. Like, you can try talking to them, not necessarily necessary. Like, who's to say that they're going to listen to you? You should probably talk to somebody with more authority. But if you want to give them the benefit of the doubt, you know, talk to them, you know. They might, I want to say they might not realize what they're doing, but I feel like they should. They should know what they're doing.
You would never catch me throwing away someone else's trash.
Right? And then also, what happens if they, like, what do you do with my confidence, right? My trash, you didn't do it?
Yeah.
That would be an issue.
And I feel like, I mean, a dorm situation, this would never happen. But, like, an apartment, it's such 50-50 on whether you're going to get an apartment complex that actually cares, or certain ones just really don't care about their residents. So I think you have to go to the apartment staff. I mean, if they're not willing, even after them dealing with their own trash and it's piling up in their own apartment, if they're not willing to deal with that on their own, they're probably not going to listen to a person across the hall. So. Yeah,
how are people just that dirty? Like, I don't get it. Like, I could never. Like, me and my roommates, there are certain occasions where, like, the trash will be overfilled, but it's, like, late at night, so nobody wants to take it out.
Mm-hmm.
I can't sit there and let it sit there overnight. I gotta take it out, like, right now. I don't care if it's just one pizza box sitting on top of the thing because it doesn't fit inside. I'm gonna take it out because I just can't let it sit there like that. Like, be clean, guys.
I think it's also got to do with how they do it.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The parents are probably clean as hell. Because it's usually the opposite.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, I'm not going to call anybody out, but one of my previous roommates just wouldn't take out the trash. I mean, we're one of those things where it's like, if it's full, just take it out. You're leaving for your class anyway, just take it out.
Yeah.
But was never taken out. And so sometimes people just aren't used to taking out the trash or don't know how to, which I've heard that excuse before. They don't know how to put the trash bag onto the trash. Which
there's actually a lot of people who don't know how to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
I know somebody who didn't know how to use a stove correctly. They knew how to use an electric stove, but they didn't know how to use a gas stove. Which, it's not that much difference, but, yeah.
It's a little fearful when you hear that, like, oh, I'm going to blow up. Yeah, this is it.
Yeah. But, like, there's just so many people who don't know how to use kitchen appliances. I don't know if y'all know the show Jet, New Girl. Yeah, you know, Nick, he didn't know how to wash laundry. He's never done it before.
I've heard that a lot of times when people don't know how to do laundry. I'm like, how do you not know how to do laundry?
Because a lot of times they'll have their parents do it for them.
But it's just like you just put it in and turn it out.
I know. It tells you. It has directions.
Yeah.
Open it.
It's so clear.
Mm-hmm.
It's so clear. My dog could do it.
That's actually going to be the next podcast. We're going to have Bruno's dog come on and do laundry for them. It's going to really...
I actually don't have a dog.
It's all imaginary,
So
guys.
not Bruno's dog.
It was just the same. It was just to, like, emphasize how easy doing laundry is.
Yeah. A lot of people just think that...
Oh, you get that dog in you?
I got that dog in
You get that dog?
Okay. Anyways, So,
No, anyways, I think we need to stay on that. I don't know.
We're staying on this topic. We're staying on
okay,
the
okay,
topic.
yeah.
What's
So-
this game right here?
That is $1 million butt.
Are we playing it?
Are we gonna play it today? How much time do we have?
I don't think we have enough time for it.
That's lame.
maybe that can be a teaser for our to come on for the next episode. Yeah, it is really cool. If you guys want to be involved in these sort of podcast things, we actually have a crew. First time we've done this with an actual crew before. We have a floor director, and we also have an upstairs director as well that's helping us out, camera stuff, on the floor stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I do want to say before we wrap it up, maybe y'all can talk about the sections.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm Weston, and I deal with all the gaming stuff. We're building a new gaming sector that's going to be split into two different little divisions. We have a more casual side, which will be different groups of people and gamers hanging out, making content together, as well as a more competitive streaming side, which we hope to possibly live stream some esports stuff with Sam Houston Esports, which would be really cool. But we would do the commentary type stuff and have you guys watch it. So that's what I'm working on right now as the gaming director.
Yeah, and I am in charge of the film section. We are actually having our first writers' room meeting on October 4th. I'm not sure if this episode will be out by then, but that's when we'll be meeting for the first time. And what I'm doing with it is I'm separating, I'm doing 4 different departments that are in charge of other positions. So one of them is writer circle, next one's the director's room. Wait, I said it wrong. Writer's room, director's circle, director's of photography, and then an editor's room. And then all the other positions, like I said, will be under those. For example, talent would be under the director's circle, and then the script scaffers would be under director of photography. And right now we are just establishing a writer's room, that way we can have scripts ready for production as soon as we get into that phase. But yeah, join, please. I think it'd be fun.
Okay, well, I'm the social media manager. I am running a social media team. I have a couple of people currently trying to develop a team where we can talk about what to post, like videos to make, really crack down on the website design, and working on Discord as well. Trying to I'm at a loss for words. I'm sorry, but trying to get that organized, and Discord is where we want to have the platform for our people to talk about things and stuff. And I want to try and create weekly meetings, probably 30 minutes where we just discuss things and look things over. Definitely want to have people who are experienced with with website making and Discord, so that we can get some ideas, and then we can know what's the best way to format things and such like that. But yeah, I think that's all I have. Join if you want.
Alright, well, I guess I'll talk about my section now, which is the podcast section. This is very much a big part of it. It's going to be a different kind of umbrella, where if you have a podcast that you want to put on the show, we'll go ahead and put it on our website. The Film Coven, which is our podcast, is basically anything that we talk about Film Coven, and we do want to have you on here as well if you're making any kind of short film, or really any kind of creative project, and you can talk about it and maybe show us a trailer. So we'll have it on here.
Yeah, we're just here to promote your work.
Yeah.
Because you probably deserve it.
Yeah.
Unless it's just a bad project.
Okay. Don't talk to Bruno about your projects.
Yeah, and this is a really, I wish something like this was around my freshman year, where this is a really good way to show off your film and stuff like that, but also it's a great networking opportunity, especially Film Coven in general. Having that sort of connection between everybody is really cool. And yeah, I mean, join Film Coven. It's a fun place. Come bring your projects over. Let's get to working.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna be a slow. Let's get to work.
Here, write that down.
Yeah.
I think that's everything, right?
Yeah, I think we covered everything.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. Alright, I'll see you later.
Alright, so, well, I just wanted to thank you guys for being here today, and thank you all for watching this episode of the Wiki Hour. If you like it, then you can follow us on Instagram at filmcoven_club, or subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is also just Film Coven. If you want to check out any of the rest of our content or support any films of Film Coven, then you can go to filmcoven.godaddysites.com. And yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
I think that's it. Yeah. I think we're done now. Yeah.
That's all.
Yay.